Welcome to CastOut, Memecoin Island, a survivor-inspired competition where the challenges all happen on Farcaster. Over the course of 9 days, 8 tribes will compete in frame games and Farcaster native challenges until there is one tribe left standing. Then those 5 players will compete until there is one sole survivor who will win 0.5 ETH, 50k degen, and 1 million CastOut tokens. Meet the tribes: Purple, Yellow, Burfriends, Peacock, Based Evo, Foamies, Girthy Gang, and FCOF. After each immunity challenge, one tribe will be voted off the island until there is one tribe left. Each weekday, join us at noon ET right here on the GM Farcaster Network for the challenge announcement and for the reveal of the vote. And throughout the game, there will be opportunities to win prizes for engaging and interacting with the player challenges. Look for all the details in the CastOut channel. Thank you to our prize pool sponsors, Purple and Degen, and our challenge sponsors, Yellow, Ponder, Alpha Friends, Peacock, Based Evo, FCOF, and the Proxy Swap community. Are you ready and on? Let's outwit, outplay, and outcast with CastOut, Memecoin Island. GM Farcaster and CastOut. We are here for our 3rd episode to break down the gameplay that's happened so far, give you the results of the first tribe vote, elimination vote, and share the next challenge that's on the docket. So, Adrian, it's getting interesting in the group chats. It's getting interesting. And also later today, I am going to launch the confessionals, and I'm really going to be curious to hear from the tribes that's been voted out, as well as the tribes sort of what they were thinking. But it's been getting funny in the group chats. I will say that. So
I can't believe some of the things I'm seeing in the group chats, and it's so much fun. People are really getting into the game.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some tribe bonding.
Yes, which is nice. I like that part.
Yes. I don't even know what I'm allowed to say or not, so I'll leave it at that.
You can say, you just can't reveal the vote yet, but you can say other things. It's been an interesting. This challenge was not supposed to happen today. It was supposed to be like probably Thursday. I had 2 other games that were scheduled. They just weren't ready. So one is going today and then the other one will go tomorrow. But it kind of made it so that you had 2 very similar challenges back to back. And that, I think, added a little extra stress that was not intended. So apologies if you guys are feeling a little stressed about coordinating that. But now we're starting to see the voting out aspect of this. And it's interesting because the teams who are a little more aware of what CastOut is, saw the last season, or maybe know a little bit, are a little bit more dialed into competition reality shows, already started making those alliances already. They already have certain alliances set up and they're working together to take out a particular tribe today. And I think as a response to that, there was some effort to combat that and try and get some alliances going. And those were received in a weird way. That's
what I was going to ask you about is what I was seeing in some of the chats. I didn't know if I could say, which is starting to see alliances forming. If you've not watched Survivor, and there's many of you who have not, myself included, I guess you don't know that alliances are a big part of the gameplay.
Yeah.
So I think some people, even in the beta first version, kind of come very genuine thinking that it's about that if you play, do your best at the challenges, and that's all you need to do, you don't have to worry about anything else. But there's all sorts of these backroom alliances and chats and who can you trust, and I guess
and that's just part of the game,
reaching out to other tribes, and
it's part of the game. Part of the game is there is going to be a little backstabbing because eventually you have to vote out your alliance. because you have to if you want to stay in the game. So there's always that aspect of it. But yeah, some people are getting a little frustrated. They feel like, it's feeling unfair or what have you, but it's really part of the game. So don't get too frustrated. This is part of the game. The alliances are part of it and a big part of the social layer. So yeah, I get that for sure. Like it definitely was not by design. But that I think is playing into it of like, wow, you're able to motivate a lot of people to do something and that some people feel like they don't have that ability to engage. So I feel like I get the frustration, but the next challenge won't require that. So it's all good.
Part of it though is like a good way to come out though, because you're really stress testing people. Like you're pressure testing the psychological impact of wanting to win, figuring out what you want to cast about, because now, I mean, like one of the beauties of these first few challenges is like you got to get people to do something.
Yeah.
Which is like very meta for
It's
just
hard.
being a forecaster, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to pay people to do it? Do you want to shame people to do it? Do you want to reach out and back channel to get a influential person, an influencer to recast your stuff? So it's all really interesting. I want to share one of the group chats that I'm in. Has a whole like accounting thread. Like, so there's literally like people putting money involved and coordinating that way, which that blows my mind. I'm like, oh, people putting their wallets into this game. What?
Yeah, they're taking it very seriously. Like they're trying to really motivate. And I think for some folks that they aren't really caring for that. Like they're not liking that part of it. And which I understand. I get it. I get how that could be seen as a little frustrating. So it's really up to how you want to play this game. You can play this game in whatever way you want to play this game. Meaning that like you can play this, like you're going to see the challenge today. You can play this really hard and like really try and make this like, really spend a lot of time. Or you can spend literally 2 minutes doing this challenge. So it's really up to you how you want to approach it. And I think it's the same thing with any of this, right? You have to figure out like how much you're willing to put in, whether that's time or whatever, any kind of energy or resources.
I don't know what the challenge is today because I know we've been moving some things around. I can
Yeah.
guess. I do know that when I was playing some of these challenges, I slept in the guest room and I didn't keep my husband up at night, so I could not play for 2 minutes.
It's not that challenge. It's not that challenge. It's not that one.
Which is very out of character for me.
Yeah.
But
it's not that challenge. All right, let's recap the challenge we just had. And this is the MoshiCam challenge that we introduced yesterday. And it went pretty well. We had some really great submissions. Let me use this one, I think, so we can see them well. I was impressed by some of the submissions were amazing. Let's go through them all. Hold on. And that way we can see. And also I want to talk a little bit about some of the strategies that were involved as well in trying to get people to mint. So this one was from the Purple Tribe, and this is a piece by Chris Corella. And their incentive for minting was a 1-year subscription to Studio 2. Like that's huge, hypersub. So if you minted this, you're getting that, which was wild. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I loved this piece. By the way, Adrian, you need to let me know what was your favorite one because we're going to send them a little bonus as well. So, so as I say these, let me know.
Okay.
Because was it this one? I wasn't
sure.
All
my children are my favorite.
I know, but you're going to have to pick one. You're going to have to pick one. So I really loved this piece a lot. Thought it was beautiful. This one was from the Yellow Tribe and Sloppy Pencil. And Sloppy did a Twitch stream. He does a lot of Twitch streams. He's a animator, has a few different projects as well, NFT projects. And this is a character from one of his projects. So this was they did like the idea of around a free mint with this Moshi Cam, and also did some incentives on the Twitch stream as well. So he was talking about it on his Twitch stream yesterday. So they came in pretty high number. Like they did some good numbers and they were leading. However, they were overtaken.
Okay, when I saw that come in, I'm so dumb because I thought that was based Evo, just because there was so much
Right, because it was based.
Like, based, yeah.
I honestly
I
was
didn't even
surprised
realize.
it wasn't on a yellow frame, on a yellow border, but they went with base instead. So yeah, I was a little surprised too, but that I think it was more connected to the based cats. So that's why they used because this is a based cat part of that project. So that's why they used that background. But I was confused as well at first. I'm like, why are you guys using yellow? But they didn't. This was from Girthy Gang, and this was funny. Girth Gang or No Gang, changed my mind. So this is really cute. And they definitely motivate their gang. Their gang is motivated. They're in there. This was from Based Evo or Based Evolution, Base Friends, and this was Kaman was doing a few different images. I saw a few images that she had done that they were planning to use, and there was a couple others I loved more, but this was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool piece of art. And then you got the Base Friends little frame. Go ahead.
Okay,
what were you gonna
say? I told you the yellow one I thought was based Evo, and I'm literally in all these group chats. Now I'm like, oh yeah, that was based Evo. Right. So apologies. And if you click on the cast and you go down, there was that one created just for me even. So I don't know if you're just trying to kiss up to one of the judges, but it works.
It works because look at that. It's quite lovely. It's quite lovely. It really is. And they made a whole bunch of other ones too that were only in the group chat, I think. I don't think they were minted, but that was pretty good. Yeah, that was a good kiss up, I have to admit. So they did pretty well. She doesn't have a vote though. She doesn't have a vote today, but she can mint things. This was from the FCOF tribe, and this was really funny to watch come together in the chat because this is located at where Alina works, and this is The Last of Us. It's from that series, which is like a dystopian kind of end of the world kind of thing with this virus, and that's one of the, what are they called? Not creepers, but oh god, there's another name. Clickers. I think it's the clickers. Not clankers. I think it's clickers. So this was funny watching that all come together, but their incentive was really good, and I want to match it because what they're doing, they were going to donate $1 towards Sam's fundraiser. So Samantha, who's been doing a fundraiser with Humankind Candles for shelter, they were donating $1 for each mint on this towards that fundraiser, which I just loved that sort of intersection of all the Farcaster things. So I'm going to match that. I think they ended up at 50. So I'm going to match that just out of my pocket just because I thought it was really cool. So great job with that. Loved the incentive. This was from Burr Friends. This was really cute. I loved the little CastOut in there in the background. We love puppies. Puppies are cute. And you got the ham frame and the degen frame. Love it. Love it. Oh, Brick's Bounty also matched it. Amazing. Love it. We love Brick's Bounty. Thank you for sponsoring us as well for CastOut. Amazing. And then
this was funny, right? Oops, by the way, I'm curious for all the players, how many people minted other tribes Moshi cams, and is that part
I saw
of
a lot of them. A lot of them did, which I thought was really nice. I saw a lot of overlap, or I saw some people wait until after the vote was in.
Oh, that's mean.
Like after the time ran out for the calculation, and they minted. Mean, but still nice. I mean, nice to do, especially for things like that. So that was nice. This was our winner from the foamies. I mean, it's a baby, it's a cat, it's the internet.
It's got
It's
it's
kind
got
of a
top
winning
hat.
strategy. I mean, it's got a DGen hat. I mean,
Yeah, don't overthink it. Just
don't overthink it.
baby cat and DGen.
Baby cat DGen hats. I mean, I get it. I get why it went. I get why it won. I really do. I get why it won. Wasn't my personal favorite, but I get why it won from an art perspective. Wasn't my favorite, but this one was. It didn't quite do it. It did a lot of mints. But it didn't have as many unique owners, and it was the owners that we were checking. So this one was my personal favorite. So this will be getting a bonus from me, a little extra DGen tip, because this was from Renee Campbell. She did the art on this. So this is going to get my little bonus. I minted all of them anyway. I minted one of each, and I thought they were fantastic. So which one was your favorite, Adrian? You did not say.
So I like them all, just so you know. All the tribes. My favorite was the foamies because of the cat and the baby. And what I find with Mashicam, and I don't tell me if to me, Mashi feels the closest to kind of the Instagram style sharing personal photos. It's fun. You've got the stickers as opposed to an art or a meme. And so I think this is the only one with a face in it. So
might be, yeah.
It could just be
Alina's face was in it.
Oh yes, and Alina, and there was a dog, right? And then and the puppy almost got me, the golden retriever.
Yeah,
right. Alina's face too, and I like that. My critique for Alina's photo one because she went for the feet pic.
Yeah, she did.
Which has Farcaster meta, so I love it. It's her face. Love that. It's because of the frames and the borders. What I want is more of a close up. It gets a little bit hard to see when it's zoomed out, so it didn't pop as much on the feed.
Okay, got it. Whereas we have this lovely Lion King baby cat.
Yeah, and exactly.
Next time, I guess. Sorry, Brett.
Not required. I'm just telling you.
If purples would be my other favorite. Honestly, I loved this piece. I love this piece. Chris Corella. I think it was great. Beautiful. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, we're not requiring anyone to dox.
No.
Unless you want to win.
Unless you want to win.
Just kidding.
Unless you want to win. All right.
But also, actually, never mind.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Carry on.
Never mind.
I forgot we want to have all the tribes on our show, but I forgot people can stay anon.
Yeah, they can still stay anon.
They can just not on
Mashi. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this has been really fun. People are getting a little crazy. We're starting to get to that point where they're starting to take it seriously. Stay in the fun. Stay in the fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's not the end all be all. I do know that sometimes it feels like it can take a lot of time, and hopefully the next couple ones will make it a little bit better. I'm trying to get this to download so I can show oh, here it is. Okay. The vote results, and I'm trying to get it to download, and it's not downloading for me for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. Here we go. All right, good. For some reason it was being difficult. Okay. So I'm really excited to share the first vote. It's going to be a big deal. It's not your worth. Go ahead, do your thing, Adrian. I need you to do your thing.
This is a game where only one tribe will be left standing, and at the end, only one player. So more of you will be voted out than not. It is just a game. You can lose a challenge, and it is not your worth as a person. Don't feel
It's
bad.
not your
It's
worth.
just a game.
No.
We have to do it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's definitely not your worth. It's just
We don't want to see anyone
just
go.
a game. No, we definitely don't. But somebody's got to go. So here we go. Let me just see if we got a vote from them. Okay. Got it. I got the final vote. I was waiting for one last vote, and because it was the first vote, I was trying to give a little bit of leeway here, but we've got it in. So we're going to share this. Let me come back in here. Here we go. So we have our first vote. And
who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be? I don't think there will be many surprises. I gotta be honest with you. I think the team knows they're going. So Tribe Foamies won immunity, so nobody can vote for them. First vote is yellow. Next vote, we have one yellow. We have one purple. One yellow, one purple. Then we have another yellow.
Two yellow.
And another yellow. So 3 yellow, 1
3
purple.
yellows.
We got another yellow.
Oh no, 4 yellows.
5 yellows. And honestly, the other votes don't matter. But unfortunately, Tribe Yellow, I'm so sorry to say you have been voted off the island. And we're sorry to see you go. However, yeah, you will have a chance to give your vote in the end. You'll actually be part of the jury who will decide the final winner. But unfortunately, you are out of the game. I do want to just remind everybody, thank you, Purple, prize pool sponsor. Thank you, DGen, our prize pool sponsor. And thank you, Yellow, one of our challenge sponsors.
So you called Yellow from the beginning. You called Yellow as maybe being a favorite, right? Because they are competitors of a Dowish persuasion, getting coached by the winner of the first one. But that is often what happens is when you are seen as a threat, tribes can come at you. And
yeah, so I had a feeling they'd have a target on their back from the beginning, and they really needed that win yesterday. And they were really, really close to winning. Like it was a handful of mints.
Thank you for sponsoring Yellow.
Thank you for sponsoring Yellow. And I love you. I love you.
Yeah, you know, maybe.
By the way, Yellow.
Yellow
when I was asking for their vote, they asked if they could vote for me. I said, no, you cannot vote me out.
Ouch.
Brett was like, can we vote you out? I'm like, no, you cannot vote me out.
But you can gloat on the timeline as being the first.
It's a huge compliment. Yeah.
It is a huge compliment. And you're welcome to come on our show and gossip about all the other tribes now.
Yes. Yes, you may do that. And also you can do your confessionals. I mean, that's going to launch later today, and you can win some ETH for that as part of, actually, I think I'll make Yellow the confessionals sponsor.
Nice.
Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Yellow's now the confessional sponsor. So I'm going to use those funds for the round. So that'll go into the round for the confessionals. So Yellow Tribe members, you can participate. Anyone who is a player will be able to do a confessional. Keep it nice. Don't get too mean, but you'll be able to earn a little bit back. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel better.
Okay, so what I wonder if the tribes coordinated to do a Yellow. Was there coordination, or was it just
there was definitely coordination.
There was some coordination. So then the question becomes, who now has a target on their back?
Right.
And if you think it's you, go make some friends.
Go make some friends. And that was sort of, you know, I'm just going to say, and I'm going to say this because I can, because I love you, Toady Hawk. But Toady, I feel like this was a failure of coaching, honestly. Didn't get them making alliance. Like Toady made an alliance day one with you.
Yeah.
right? Famously, like
I don't
made
think it
the
was day
alliance.
one. I think it
It
was
was
a
pretty
little
close, right?
later. It was
Okay.
early, but
It was early. But so he knows this, and he should have coached them like, you guys need to make some alliances early on. They had a couple days before a vote. So that would have been the move. And that's what some of the other folks were doing. So there were other tribes talking to each other way before this challenge and kind of making decisions about who they were going to target. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long those alliances last, because they do tend to fall apart and you start to take on each other and you try to find cracks. And then there, and then you also try to see if you can pull in somebody who's kind of, outside of, may not be directly in your alliance, but you can get them to vote with you on a certain vote, because it's not them, right? We're not going after you, so vote with us and stay on our good side, kind of thing. So,
and then immunity gets really important if you think
immunity gets really important.
make friends or win a challenge.
Make friends or win a challenge. And speaking of winning a challenge, the next challenge is going to start in just a little bit. I will post the frame in the CastOut channel and drop it into all the islands. And here is what you will be doing. Get ready for CastOut Challenge 3, Hoops. The tribes will be competing in a frame game of basketball. The player at the top of the leaderboard at 11 a.m. ET tomorrow will win immunity for their whole tribe. Plus, that player will win 0.05 ETH, and the rest of the tribe will win 0.01 ETH each. You will need to mint your scores, and you may only appear on the leaderboard twice, so choose wisely when minting. Get ready to outwit, outplay, and outhoop with CastOut. Okay, so players, I will drop this frame to you. So you can go practice on the public one right now if you want, but the actual one will only be accessible by CastOut players and Adrian and I. You can only be on the leaderboard twice. So that means this takes 30 seconds to play. You could play for, 1 minute and be done and call it a day if you'd like. So I did send everybody some ETH, some base ETH at the beginning of the game, so it would help cover things like this. So you should be all good to go. If you run into any problems, technical problems, we do have VM ready on hand. He's ready to answer questions, and I'll tag him in the thread to make sure we get any issues figured out. So what do you think, Adrian, about this challenge?
I literally have PTSD right now. So let me tell you, when you have to play a game and mint, and you've got all the time in the world, you have to decide at the time of your score whether to ship your score or not. So you always want to hold out for a higher score, but you don't know if you're going to get a higher score. Thank God Frames V2 has launched. If you were going to try to do like some of the Frames V1 games were really hard. Really hard. Had, like,
a lot of latencies. So, yeah.
I can't remember which games we were playing that had where the latency was
there was a basketball one that was a little different. It wasn't like this. It was a little different. Yeah, that one had definitely a pause or something, a weird latency.
So it is much better, but I guarantee you will get frustrated about something. Oh, we also used to, I remember one of the games, it was with Speed Tracer, which you may or may not want to do some practice rounds in, playing around with like who had the biggest phone size, because like with fat fingers, so it's like you could play on a phone versus an iPad versus so I'm watching this game and I'm just so happy I don't have to play. It's so stressful.
This one's way easier. This one's definitely easier, but it is addictive. It is addictive, and you will try to keep like doing better. But again, only for this one, which is a little different, only the players can play. So in this particular frame, so it's a custom frame. It has our little CastOut logo, and only those players will be able to play. But that means also, technically, yellow can play. Yellow can play. They just can't win.
Have fun.
But they could mess around if they wanted to, is what I mean. So yeah, so this is going to be fun. Have a good time with it.
I
Don't
remembered
get
the
stressed.
basketball game. It was the click on 3. It was like press, you had to like press after 3
To
seconds.
time
And
it.
when there was latency, I would like wait 3 seconds. I would press the button and it would be like,
It was too late.
you were
Yeah.
12 seconds. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, I wasn't 12 seconds. I was 3. So it's just a game. Have fun. Everything we do on CastOut is like games that have just been built recently.
Right.
They may or may not have been fully stress tested or
Yes.
load tested. This is the beauty of what we're doing. So the frustration is part of the fun. The obstacles are the way. Click on 3 was terrible. It was fun. It was just a little slow.
It was slow. You had to it was really, it was a little weird. It was a little weird. A couple things I forgot to mention. I have to still go back and give some degen for the first challenge to somebody who participated who wasn't one of the players, who interacted with the meme. And then yesterday, we also are going to be rewarding somebody who minted the winning Moshi Cam. So I'll go through those mints and find a random person, and they'll be winning some CastOut tokens. So yeah,
Amazing.
so we're gonna be rewarding you when you're interacting with the games, even if you're not a player. For this one, I don't have anything like that, but there will be opportunities with the confessionals to win some things. So get ready for that. I'll drop that later today with all the details. But that's it. That's all we got. So we have our first vote out. Sorry, Yellow, but it's been lovely having you all play. I thought you were going to make it through, but it just didn't work out. But we thank you, Super Tight Woody, Sloppy Pencil, Seattle Crypto, Ben Bodie, and Brett Draws Stuff, who was sort of the team leader here. Appreciate you playing. Hope you had fun. At least Sloppy and Brett got to do their first collab together because of CastOut, so that makes me a little bit happy. And I did love their meme was pretty. It was just different. It was a very it was artistic, and you don't see hand-drawn memes very often, and that was pretty
High
cool.
effort.
High effort.
High
That was
effort
a
meme.
high effort meme. Definitely high effort meme. I still have to do a tip on those as well, on that one, on our favorites from yesterday. All right. And with that, everybody, we're going to call it here. We will be back tomorrow at noon. We only have a CastOut show tomorrow, no GM Farcaster. On Friday, we are going to have both our regular GM Farcaster in the morning, which we do have a special guest, Bill Z, who will be talking about what he's building on Solana, which is actually called Tribes. Has nothing to do with CastOut, but that's cool. Just good timing. And then noon on Friday, I believe it's going to be noon on Friday, we're going to have a special CastOut edition where the challenge will be played live. So haven't fully told the tribes about this. We'll be letting them know today so they can start to think ahead to find some folks who will be available during that time. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And with that, everybody, anything else, Adrian, before we call it?
Nothing else. Thanks everyone for hopping on the daily CastOut stream. Good luck, players. Good game.
Yeah,
Yellow.
GG. Yeah, GG Yellow. Good game. We are gonna miss you. I thought you might have a target on your back from the beginning, and it turns out
because Prof put one there.
It wasn't my fault. It was Toadie's fault. It was Toadie's fault.
Yeah.
Your coach failed you. This is all I can say. But good luck to the other tribes. Have fun with the basketball game, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.